The Canadian Pacific Railway was the thing that was built across Canada, east and west, to make trade easier. But how was it built? What was the process? What were the stakes? It all started in 1871, when British Columbia first joined Confederation. Although reluctant, they decided to join with the condition that a railway would be built across the east to the west, with the idea that it was crucial for economic survival after the gold rush ended. The railway was considered a lifeline for the province to connect with the rest of Canada, enabling trade, settlement, and development by moving resources like lumber and minerals to new markets. Finally, in 1878, it happened. The construction began in earnest under government management. However, the construction had many delays because of reasons like political instability from the Pacific Scandal, a lack of funding for private enterprise construction during the subsequent Liberal government, and a change of government policy toward building the line as a public work rather than through a private company. 2 years of delays and slow construction later, a new syndicate signed a contract with the government in 1880 to build the railway. Then, in February 1881, the contract was confirmed and the Canadian Pacific Railway Company was officially incorporated. They built the railroad by clearing the land, leveling the trackbed with animal-powered plows, and constructing the bridges and tunnels across vast, difficult terrain. The project heavily relied on thousands of immigrant laborers, including a majority of Chinese workers that suffered from dangerous conditions, low pay, and high accident rates. Hundreds of workers died from accidents, illness, or exposure to the extreme cold. The track was laid in sections from east to west, eventually mating in 1885, with crews using tools, explosives for blasting rock, and steam engines to complete the work. The track was finally done. Then, to top it all off, everyone except for the Chinese laborers got together at Craiglichy, British Columbia, to take the last bite photo. 4.5 years of work was finally done. Later, to address safety issues on the steep hill section in the Rockies, the dangerous track was replaced by the spiral tunnels in 1909. However, due to reoccurring avalanche fatalities, a new route through the Connaught Tunnel was completed in 1916. The Canadian Pacific Railway served many purposes. It was a way to bind Canadians together by making travel and communication easier. Before, travel across Canada was slow and dangerous, relying on waterways and rough trails. The railway provided a faster, safer, and more reliable way of transportation for people and mail. On top of that, the Canadian government wanted to populate the prairies with settlers to develop farmland and secure the territory, with the railroad making it possible to bring immigrants, goods, and supplies across the country. Speaking of farmers, the railway enabled trade across Canada, linking farmers, manufacturers, and resource producers to new markets. Raw materials from the west could be moved to factories in the east, and finished goods from the east could go back to the west.